Oh, a floating head, not a floating hat.
No, you're not doing it right. Greetings, everybody. Welcome to Children of Rath. It's
This
D&D.
isn't allowed.
I can't believe you're actually doing it.
Ears. My ears.
I made the joke about doing this like 4 or 5 months ago.
And we all forgot until like a few minutes ago.
I made a
It's
reminder on my phone.
fine. So, let's talk about what happened last time. A mighty skeleton man had a wedding, you see. It was fun and wild, and everyone loved it. But afterwards, they got drunk and shit-faced.
And shit-faced? Both?
Yeah.
Both.
Making my hat go limp.
Again, that sounds like a personal problem. I don't know how many times I have to tell you this.
Soon afterwards, Carrie tried to seduce the witch, was turned into a dog, and had her memory altered. Then a giant
Not by a
mecha...
witch.
Then a
Messed
giant...
up. You
Yep.
should have had her memory switched.
Important detail, the dog transformation in the memory swapping was Maxwell.
Not the witch.
Not the witch. Hats. Yes, hats. I have this for a hat. Ah!
My hat is a snail. I don't have hats.
I won this at a fair.
I have this spider. I have this spider until I'm eating again. Then I don't want it on my head so it doesn't fall in food.
Maybe the spider's hungry.
My hat is sad.
Performance anxiety happens to the best of us.
Anyway, soon afterwards, a giant robot attacked, and they fought it to the death.
Well,
No,
most of
were
us
they
did. Some of us were having
victorious?
sex.
While some had sex, and others just slept. It was an amazing adventure, and that's where we left off into
Leave off.
today. Look, you want me to sing? Great. You want me to speak English? That's never going to get. You're
Never
never.
wanted you to sing. That
You
was
ne-
not something
That
I
was a personal
suggested.
choice, man.
You brought this on yourselves. Random
I
song
said
is going to be
nothing.
brought out. At
That was a
every
decision
turn.
you made.
You can enjoy random
How about we
songs.
get attacked by a singing enemy? How's that?
Do-wah, we're gonna murder you. Do-wah, do-wah.
A rival bard troop.
Oh god!
The
Alright.
Skunk Cat.
Oh God! Wait, does that mean Maxwell has to have a sing-off?
Yeah,
Yes.
Maxwell will
The
have
weasels. The weasels shows
the
up.
battle of the bands.
It's us, the weasels, here to defeat you in this battle of the bands. Skunk
Light
Cats
on
vs.
fire.
weasels.
I thought the skunks. I thought it was the skunks.
The Skunk Cats.
Skunk Cats.
Yeah, skunk cats.
It's whatever that guy's name is in the Skunkettes, because I can never remember his name, because it's not
It was like
important.
Todd.
Yeah, Todd and the Skunkettes. Yeah, so that's what happened. There was a skeleton wedding. There was some shenanigans afterwards, and the team got robbed. Mm-hmm.
What? Oh, I was asleep. Or no, I was having sex. Never mind. That's why I didn't remember.
You were having angry sex.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
With some very attractive elves.
I was having an orgy, but I heard everything going on, and I'm like, fine.
And I heard nothing.
Mm-hmm. Alright, that's where we left off. Did I do anything else at the end of last session, or is that where we just left off, where you found out you were stolen? I think that was kind of where we left off.
We left off with the stealing.
Mm-hmm.
And if you were trying to talk fish, you're muted.
Yeah, I am. Kazran saw them do the thievery, and then saw them teleport away.
Mm-hmm.
Which means I've been wanting to ask, what did they steal? Like, what specifically is gone from this room?
That was the room of a bunch of random Phyrexian artifacts that seemed to be destroyed.
Are all of the artifacts gone?
About 50% of them are.
Ezra's suddenly French.
The pieces that are left over are the ones that are obviously the most damaged. You can tell that very easily because you did glance in this room and see what was in there. They took the pieces that were most intact. Now, those pieces by themselves might not mean anything, but someone that has the ability to recreate such technology could easily use them to build new versions of them.
Okay. I'm too, like, physically injured right now to take any more shit. This is Kazran's inner monologue. I'm fuck. I was going to have a nice night at this wedding. It was going to be fun. And now look what happened. Now look at all this dumb shit. All these horrible, horrible things that have happened. I'm too injured. Too drunk. Kazran's going to walk out, back into the main hall, look over at Maxwell and Claude, and just go, sitting room. Now, we're going to have group talk about this shit.
Hopefully we can take some time to relax, because this has been
Sitting room.
pretty stressful.
Sitting room.
Perhaps you should listen to him. I'm fairly damaged, but I am all right.
I will cast Mending real quick on Alatar.
Is Alatar affected by my healing spells?
No.
No,
Aw.
he's not alive.
I'm an artificer.
He's even less alive than you.
That's quite the statement.
Yes.
He's still sentient.
You
Oh, yeah.
you still have, but he has. You at least have an organic skeleton. He does not have any organics.
Yep. He all metal. He a metal man. He can throw he can throw giant gears at this tiny blue dude.
Let me heal him real quick.
No
With
one.
Mending.
Damn it!
I'm just shaking my head at you.
My Mega Man
I am
reference.
baby. I don't know anything. You have to
I
remember
knew
this.
what you were
She's younger
talking
than me.
about.
Wait, what was the reference that I missed?
He's a
Mega
metal
Man.
man. He throws giant
Man.
gears at a tiny blue man. Yeah.
Look, my Mega Man expertise is limited only to the band The Proto Men and their rock operas about Mega Man.
I
That's
accept
it.
this. I accept this. Anyway, all right. So you're assembling the meeting room, or sitting room. Are you just the four of you? Are you grabbing anybody else? What's going
I'm
on here?
trying to find Carrie.
Well, Carrie, did you leave
wanna
the note
grab
to
your
you?
wife, Max?
Yeah, I'll bring Lotula.
You're very
like it-
drunk and horny
Well,
white.
Well, actually, no,
real-
she's sleeping. I'll let her sleep. She must be tired.
She's very drunk and horny right now.
Yeah, she
you-
won't sleep.
Gave us all a love potion.
It was diluted, but it was basically you gave everybody I can't think of the right word for it.
Dwarven death ale and a love potion. You roofied us just a little bit.
Aphrodisiac.
You just gave everybody you gave everybody an aphrodisiac basically.
Oh, by the way, Claude totally in his normal form, but he has giant boobs.
Why?
Nice.
He was in the middle of an orgy. You don't want to look at his pants right now.
Kazran is just going to go up and down the halls, shouting for Carrie and pounding on doors.
Carrie, give me a perception, not with disadvantage.
Okay, let my character sheet load in for a second. It takes me a second. Perception.
Mm-hmm. That's enough to hear.
Average.
That's enough to hear Kaz making a lot of noise out in the hall. Finally.
Yeah, I'm not going to the door.
Mhm.
I'm still mad at Kaz.
Carrie and I'm too literally physically injured to deal with your bullshit. There has been an attack. We need to talk. Please.
Okay, at that, Carrie will open the door, currently shirtless. There's
Kaz is-
actually been an attack?
You can see Kaz is like bleeding.
Fuck. Alright. Where's my shirt?
Sitting room. We're going.
Let me get my shirt. I don't want to show Maxwell my boobs.
Fine. I'm gonna find Radiant now.
Okay.
The other semi-responsible one of the group.
She seems to be in her room. She'll be like, yes, Maxwell.
Kazran.
I'm sorry. Yes, so yes, Kaz.
Sitting room.
Do you really need me? I'm dealing with some interesting things right now.
We're all dealing with interesting things right now. We've been attacked and robbed, and there's too much personal conflict for me, drunken, to deal with.
I'm feeling things I don't quite understand.
Are you drunk
I
again?
no.
Are you like dying?
No. Just I'll come down.
You just need you for support.
All right.
She has tingles where she's never had tingles before.
You gave an aphrodisiac to an angel. She's not understanding what's going on.
She's also, if I remember, pretty asexual.
Yes. That's why it's like, oh, what am I feeling? These are weird things that I'm being made to feel. This strange part of my body, which normally doesn't react to anything, is actually having a strange chemical reaction.
Now that I've gathered the important present members, I will go to the sitting room.
Okay.
Did Carrie actually go to the sitting room?
Shirt half open, but yes.
Okay. Kaz will walk in, say, Alatar,
Yes.
guard the door, make sure nobody interrupts us until I say it's okay, or until, like, some other big dangerous thing happens.
I will keep
We
on...
need to, like, have, like, a talk about so much bullshit and everything.
I do not know where you got so much bovine refuse at, but I understand having to talk about it.
I'm pretty sure that was a joke, because you've definitely heard me say bullshit. If that was a joke, I'm very proud of you.
I will not answer that.
Oh, if I wasn't drunk and very, very bloody. I guess we'll go into the sitting room.
Are we all in there?
Yeah, you're all in there. Radiant's
So-
incredibly fidgety.
So, about that giant abomination.
Man, there's so many things.
I mean, I'm going to say, Carrie and Radiant both saw a giant mechanical abomination in wreckage in the main hall. And parts of the main hall destroyed. It's kind of obvious. Big old mechanical monster fought you.
Okay. First things first. I'm very injured. So give me a moment.
I cast.
Do not cast another fucking spell tonight, Maxwell.
I'll take care of it, Maxwell. Let me just...
Max folds his arms in sadness.
I'm not as
That's one of the things we're getting to.
good as you at getting this, but I can do a little bit. Bope. Oh, that's not how to make it.
Max kind of mutters under his breath as healing word gets cast anyway.
Cast healing word at me.
Yeah, I do.
I accept it, but I'm not happy about it.
She'll use her healing effect of her Touch of Harm, which is... it's not as effective, but she'll do it, so you'll hit 20.
20. Great.
Who, you or me?
Kaz, because he's, like, the one trying to speak here.
Radiant, I don't suppose you could, patch me up as well, could you?
Didn't always know if it worked, remember?
Okay.
Fair.
I was going to tell you all this before, but things happened, and I was interrupted by shenanigans that I will be covering later. God, what was the name of the ship again?
Weatherlight.
No, not
Also,
that one.
heal 5 more, by the way.
Predator?
No, the one that we first traveled on.
Oh,
Wait.
Ethereal.
Ethereal, yeah.
Okay. So the Ethereal, who we invited to the wedding, because that's where we all met and it would be fun. They have apparently new owners. I want to check in with Crash about that later. But these new owners get this, hate us. And are some of the individuals that we've encountered during this whole bullshit. And they did an attack on us that almost killed me and stole a bunch of shit from the house. Specifically Phyrexian shit. Bad. So that's that update. Here's the other thing. There's too much shit in the air between all of us, except for you, Claude. You're just a little... You open too many doors. Like, literally, you unlock too many doors. That's, like, the main issue I have with you, Claude, right now. Is that you've unlocked too many doors. And we need to stop unlocking doors. And I know I said that before, and you didn't listen. So I do not anticipate you're going to listen to me now, but... Please. Hold off for at least, like, a day and a half. On the doors. Part 2 of things that need to be opened, and I will now turn to Maxwell. Confess.
You're doing this publicly?
At this point, it nearly killed me, so yes.
Carrie, and I made a very bad mistake, and it was specifically regarding you. Again.
You seem to have a track record with that. Oh wait, I wasn't talking to you. Well, fuck it. You seem to have a track record with that. Care to elaborate?
Your memory might be modified, and by might be, it is, at least for recent memory. You wound up going to see the witch, and what happened is that I wound up detecting her thoughts, and I was utterly terrified at the malice from her, and it wound up being something so unbelievably painful and terrifying how much she wanted to take advantage of you that I kind of let myself be taken over by the fear, and I was scared what would happen. So I both polymorphed you and, you know, removed a bit of what had happened of that whole experience. And I'm incredibly sorry. That was the only way I knew how to do what I felt was the right thing.
An 11 does not hit your AC, so you get a dagger thrown at you. As Carrie gets up and starts stalking towards you.
Carrion?
Fuck off.
No, I'm not going to
What?
stop you. Alright.
You not only affected my bodily autonomy, but my mental capacity as well. Do you know how many times you have cast a spell on me and nearly killed me? Do you not know that I know that the witch is dangerous? What, did you think I was just gonna release her without talking to any of you? Even Kaz knew that I wasn't going to release her, and I have very poor impulse control. So what, just because you thought that was best, you decided, without contacting any of us about it, you were just going to fuck with me, fuck with my body, and fuck with my mind, and then just act like everything was okay?
So this is what Max is doing too. He puts his hat to his heart, and he says, I'm not going to justify my actions anymore. I realize what I did was not the right thing, and you have every right in the world to be mad at me. And Maxwell takes off his mask and puts it away in his backpack. I'm tired of hiding behind a mask. From here on in, I'm going to be truthful from now on. And I'm sorry for everything I've done and for everything that my future self would do. I want to do the right thing from now on.
Well, I'm glad you took off the mask. I'm going to rage and, reckless punch him in the face.
Oof, Jesus.
With a nat 20.
Oh my god!
I was gonna do something here, but let me just check something here. I'm just gonna roll this d20. It might not mean
Do
anything.
I get a counter action for this?
I'm punching you in the face. I'm attacking you, basically. You can attack me back after this. I did reckless attack.
It's true.
Because I'm currently in a rage.
Yeah.
Well, you get punched in the face. That's true. Roll punch
How
damage.
much do I lose?
Like 1 point of damage.
Oh,
I don't have...
Oh, no.
It's your strength.
No,
It's strength-based.
so 6. No, wait. Fucking...
I feel like that should be a lot higher.
10, I think, actually. Because you have a 20 strength, right?
Uh-huh. I do have 20 strength.
Yeah, so that's 10 damage because you crit.
Oh, yeah, I did crit.
You did crit, plus...
Unarmed strike deals bludgeoning damage equal to 1 plus your strength modifier. So 12 damage.
14 because the rage bonus.
Oh yeah, 14 because of rage bonus. So you
Yeah.
take 14 damage as I punch you in the face.
Wow. Oh man, I'm getting low. I'm at like 27 right now.
After you've done punching him, like, you'll feel the hand on your shoulder, and you'll kind of feel like a very strong hand, basically, on your shoulder.
Is it radiant?
It's rated. Carrie, you have a lot of right to be angry right now, and I'm not saying you don't, but I've got to be honest right now, because I think something was wrong with that punch, but that's not the point. You do a lot of really stupid things and don't consult any of us about it a lot of times. And so, Maxwell, on a fly decision, which was the wrong decision, doing something and attempting to stop you from possibly doing the wrong decision, isn't good for you to be as angry about. Not the right to be... It's not that you don't have a right to be angry. He did very bad things. But maybe punching him's not the right answer. God. Kaz?
This is why I brought you along, because you're probably better at the words right now than I am.
Ooh.
Carrie, and I wanted to also apologize through my inaction of allowing this to happen. I didn't know he was going to modify your memory, and if I could have stopped it, I would have. And I am very sorry. That was wrong of me as well. But why didn't you just tell us about the witch?
I was going to, eventually. I wasn't gonna release her. Not without
I know.
consulting you and Radiant at the very least. Also, Radiant, fuck off. About all that bullshit, I have a right to be as angry as I want to be about the fact that both my body and my mind were violated.
I didn't say that you weren't right to be angry, but violence in this case is not the answer, is what I was saying.
He can take a fucking punch.
He was already injured, just like Kaz. They fought a giant death monster out in the hallway.
Well, yeah, congratulations on that shit. But I don't really give a fuck at this point in time. Kaz, still fucking pissed at you too, but you don't deserve the punch. Anyway, Radiant, stop talking before I punch you too. I will probably die in the process, and I'd rather not. Anyway,
Carrie.
the whole witch thing, sure, maybe I could have told you earlier, but I didn't see any danger in it. I wasn't doing anything that would cause her to be released. I just wanted to go fuck her. So thanks, Maxwell. You also cock-blocked me. On that part, at least I got to fuck the elves for a little bit. But anyway, I think we should focus on the giant death machine because that seems more pertinent than my witch thing.
You trying to fuck a horrible witch monstrosity, which apparently Maxwell has detected as being probably the most evil thing. I haven't even gone and visited her. The amount of evil I could probably detect from her would probably be just ooze out. Granted, maybe she likes you. That doesn't mean that having your way with such an evil being is a great idea. That's in fact probably one of the worst ideas I've heard you say ever. And I hear you say a lot of bad ideas. So Carrie, forgive me if I'm pissed off at you, Maxwell. Maxwell, you're not allowed to cast spells on any of our teammates ever again. Ever. You hear that? Without permission. You ask first. And if that person has some kind of mental control, you ask the next person that have better control. Starting with me, then Kaz, then Claude, and then finally Carrie. Do you understand that?
Maxwell slumps down in the corner and coughs in a
Claude,
very pained
take a normal form
cough.
and stop what you're doing. At least for a little while. I understand you're exploring what it means to be you, but freaking do it on your own time sometimes and stop showing it off to everybody else unless they want to see it. Kaz,
I like the
you're
boobs.
okay.
I'm just gonna look at Rainy and go, I'm gonna let that pass because we're all a little drunk and everything, but I left Fun Time to go fight that thing, and I wasn't exactly thinking about these.
No.
They're very nice.
I'm not saying they're not bad or anything like that, Claude. I'm saying that this is not the first incident of things like... Never mind. Whatever. Back, Carrie. There's so much bad on so many levels on this entire story as someone that was not involved in it, so that's why I'm trying to calm you the goddamn down. By all things...
Punched him once, I'm done.
Great! Sit down, Kaz, horrible death machine, what do we know?
Alright. The horrible death machine. The people who brought it here, like I said, are now apparently in ownership of the Ethereal, the ship that we all met on. They are also a group made up of people that we have in some capacity, I believe, come across, or at least are following us. One of them is a talented artificer with no original ideas who stole my tech, and that's shitty. One of them, do you remember when we were in the desert and there was one of the bandits and we let him go?
The one that I said we should have killed.
That one.
You didn't really let him go either, he managed to escape from you.
Yes, but I said just kill him, let's not fall for this crap, because he's going to do something.
I did try to have my homunculus attack him, but my homunculus isn't strong.
Nope.
That one. He was there and has wings now. There was a third one. I don't remember. What was the third one like? Kaz would remember because Kaz has a feat.
Oh.
Being like a photographic memory.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember.
The third one was Rayton.
Oh, yeah. The third one was asshole number 1 on the boat. That turned into shadows. And threatened all of us ominously. And then disappeared. They have a lot of Phyrexian technology now.
Which
Like a lot.
Phyrexian room did they get to?
The one with the boar in it, and the one with like most of the weird Phyrexian technology that was mostly broken. They took half of it, the good half, and left us with the shitty broken half that I don't want to touch anymore. I don't. I've decided I don't want to fuck with it anymore.
This isn't good.
Correct. Now, I have a test in 3 days. There's a lot happening. Personally, I would prefer if we, like, focused up a little more. So that I can have a study date with a hot guy in my history class that I've been wanting to do for 3 fucking weeks. That's all that I want. Please. Just give me a few days of no more bullshit. I will be honest. I've made mistakes too. I have definitely fucked up. Remember when I like pushed the button on a weird piece of technology that we didn't know what we do, and there was a weapon of mass destruction? That was bad. But I fucking fixed it immediately afterwards. So please give me this.
Is there anything we should do to the monstrosity out there to make sure it can't wake back up?
I say we melt it. Scrap it for parts. Or donate it to the fucking university, hell if I know. Open to suggestions here.
Can I
No.
call out to Radiant during all this?
Radiant's like sitting down in the same room. I mean, you know.
I walk up to her as I'm like really injured and like holding my side.
Yes.
You said that applies to all my spells?
You can heal yourself. I don't really. And healing. I don't know if we ever said we could get her to heal him.
We said Radiant could theoretically heal because
Of the
it's the harm part rather than the healing
Yes.
part. It's just backwards. Like
Yeah.
that one time where some cultists tried to kidnap Carrie and cast Inflict Wounds on Maxwell, and it just healed him.
She can help you with like 20 hit points worth of healing.
Oh, baby. Well, wait, did she give me an answer for like whether or not I could use all my spells on people? I wanted to see what she said related to that.
Teammates, if you want to use something ahead of time for combat purposes or something like that, like your heroism spell, discuss it with it ahead of time before using it. How's that sound? Discuss it like before you even get into combat. Be like, hey, would you like me for the combats occasionally to cast heroism on you if it seems like an appropriate time?
Maxwell thinks about it, but he doesn't give an answer.
Excuse me, Kaz, Ren.
Yeah.
There is a few things to note to you. There appears to be a slightly inebriated Kraken back at the docks. And, also, the giant robotic monstrosity, unfortunately, seems to be contaminated with something.
Oh, help me put it in the bag again.
It's oozing out some kind of strange black material.
Okay.
I do not know what it is, but some kind of senses within my construction make me hesitant to approach it.
Kaz,
All right.
I can't help you on this one if it's what I think it is.
Thanks.
Is it black tar heroin?
No,
I-
if it's Phyrexian oil, you don't want me near that.
Excellent.
I immediately want to drink it.
You all can keep hashing your shit out. I've said my piece. I'm gonna go try to deal with this now.
I'm not staying in the same room as Maxwell. So,
If you
Fine.
need, I can cast some unseen servants to help you move things. I just
Maybe.
I don't want to risk getting in contact with that.
I also would prefer not to, if it's what I think it is.
With what I am, it would not mix well.
Then you don't have to.
I'll stay up on the balcony, and if you need support in any of my magical fashion, I will help you.
I'm going to go destroy yet another bag.
Maybe we
Again.
should get the college involved with the remnants of whatever this is.
Probably. But first, I'm going to deal with this. And then I'm going to have what I'm hoping will be a nice conversation with my friend Slithna Carthrook.
Is the party still continuing? I am getting crunked up.
I love that bastard.
It's got like a giant like one of those like wooden like giant barrels of like wine or something that it's just drinking.
A cask. It's literally just drinking out
Like
of
those
a cask.
like those like giant ones that are like, you know, room size casks.
I also just see it for some reason. Somehow it found like a glow necklace.
It's just got like it's got a necklace of just random glowfish that it put on.
It's just naturally bioluminescent in a perfect rave necklace.
There you go. Alright. Yes, the monstrosity seems to be leaking out a black ooze from where you're guessing it's effectively what it could be called its blood would be.
Magic site.
Is this the same black ooze as we have in another room?
It looks very similar.
Yeah.
Damn it.
That's why I was also using my Eldritch sight. Does it?
It doesn't detect the same way. It doesn't, like, there is like definitely probably a magical nature to it, but the thing is it's not a normal kind of magic. It's sort of like you're getting flecks of something, but you're not quite seeing it. It's very hard to detect something.
Is it the same kind of thing though that I felt from the other ooze?
Oh yeah, no.
It's oil.
It's oil. It's semi-sentient. That's the problem too. It's like Borg nanomachines. They're gonna try to turn you into a Borg. In this case, they're gonna try to turn you a little bit Phyrexian.
Okay.
Radiant just is gonna like slap your hand and be like, "No, go into bed. Go have sex with. Go have sex with hot elf ladies again. Go, bad, Carrie." Maxwell.
The witch that everyone hates but me.
I don't hate her.
That wasn't in character.
I don't think anybody really hates her. She's just really, really evil.
I can have bad. Well, I don't want to say bad sexy times, but like I can have sexy times with a bad person and still be fine, probably.
Yes, probably.
Except for like she taught you like she can, you know, summon people if a significant attachment is formed with them. Maybe she's trying to manipulate you into that bullshit.
Well, it's working because I am easily manipulated.
Yes.
That's why we needed to have this conversation.
This is exactly.
It didn't work.
It didn't fucking work.
No.
Gonna have to have it again.
See, Carrie's too angry at Maxwell right now about Maxwell forcefully trying to stop her from this really, really, really terrible life choices that she's making. He went about it in the wrong way.
Yes. 100% that's the whole thing.
Wait, so are we like splitting up, or are we still trying to deal with this monster thing?
I think right now what's going on is everybody's splitting up, and Maxwell, at very least, with maybe someone else's help if they want to help, is trying to deal with a contamination of Phyrexian oil attempting to assimilate your carpet.
Well, I'm there in case it like starts like breathing again. So
assimilate our carpet.
Someone, come with me.
Like I said, I will stay on the balcony and provide you any magical assistance I can.
I'm going to go to the Phyrexian artifact room of broken shit and find something to just scrape this up with.
Spatula.
Spatulas have holes in them, Carrie.
Only problem with using the
certain spatulas,
broken Phyrexian stuff, is what if this Phyrexian oil can reactivate it?
Then I die and don't have to deal with any of your bullshit anymore. Winning scenario.
I think you need a nap.
I would love to rest if all of you could not make bad decisions.
Before we clean this, may I talk to Claude for a moment? Privately?
I think this is kind of more important.
It'll only take a moment.
It better.
Believe me, it will. I pull Claude aside to like the end of the hallway. You've known me for how many years? Do you at least understand why I did what I did?
I understand your thoughts, but maybe explaining things that you saw in the witch's head to Kaz, you two could have came up with a better solution. Kaz would have probably helped you get her out of there.
It was a bit hard given that he was, they were both inebriated.
Bane was not inebriated. I fixed that.
But the dog thing, I can understand to a point to get her out of there immediately, but changing her memory, I would think after how many times of poking around in people's heads and it coming up bad for us, you would have learned your lesson on that by now.
Max stays silent. And he walks toward the, to go help clean up the thing.
And once we're done, go have fun with your wife. You at least
Just put
deserve
it in the
that
bag.
much.
Max says nothing.
We just need to get it in the bag.
I can have my unseen servants try to pick it up and put it in the bag.
Isn't
I
it
can
liquid?
I spectral hand to grab the stuff.
It's
One,
kind of liquid.
one moment.
Well,
Kaz
I
goes to an empty room and just empties out of the bag again. Comes back.
It's, I mean, you can still kind of scoop, I would think.
Mm-hmm.
It might be a slower process, but I can cast Unseen Servant twice.
Radiant's like, why don't you just get, like, I don't know, a bowl or a cup that you can just toss in there after you're done with the stuff.
See, that's why I thought we should do something Phyrexian. Because that's what this is. And I don't want to lose silverware.
Just,
or glass.
let's just lose a bowl. We got, like, a crappy one in the back.
Fine, just go empty out the fucking
Or a
punch bowl
pot.
from the wedding. It's big.
It's not even that good of a bowl. You just live with it. Oh, God.
I agree. I'd rather we lose a piece of pottery or something than risk activating Phyrexian technology.
Okay, now we're going to need to break the robot into smaller pieces.
Should we
Oh, I could do that.
wait until it's done oozing? Too?
Once we get all the liquid up, if we want to take it outside, I could go into my giant form and try to take it apart.
As good of an idea as that is, I honestly think Carrie needs to hit something.
Preferably Maxwell again, but I think Radiant would probably try knock me out at that point.
Also, I think you might honestly kill Maxwell if you hit him again.
You did almost kill him the first time you punched him. You cracked bone. That's why I was mostly concerned about it. You don't know how to hold back when you're angry.
No, I do not.
That's not a compliment.
I can at least help you. We don't know how tough this thing's going to be to break it apart.
Sure.
Did you not just hear Radiant? I literally cracked bone with my fists.
This is solid metal, not bone.
I could probably crack metal with my fists.
Aim for the joints. We can take the limbs off. The joints are the usual weak points in a lot of things like this. It's fine. Claude,
After it's done oiling.
Claude,
Do we have a big hammer?
you
I
have
want a big
your
hammer.
unseen servants are a great idea. They can pick up the bowl. They can pour things in. That's great. That's very helpful. I don't know what I can. I'm just Maxwell. Your hand. Maybe it can hold like a small cup and try to lift some up. Teamwork.
I could also use my mage hand.
I have my mage hand like at the ready. Just tell me what to do.
Right, whatever. Let's just clean this up. All right.
I'm gonna hold open the bag.
Start like using the hand to like pour each of it in there. Did we need the big thing broken or no? Like more so?
And we're going to break it into smaller pieces because I can't fit it all in the opening of the bag.
If that's the case, I summon Big B's hand to help try and destroy it more.
Big B's hand's gonna be strong enough to.
We're just going to let Carrie and hit it a lot.
Yeah. That's what I'm good at.
Would you rather carry and hit the dead robot or you?
I mean, that's what I have the hand for.
The hand can hold it down, I guess.
Well, yeah, I'm using like the mage hand to like
Mage
well,
hand's
yeah.
like 5 pounds of force. It does not help in this case very much.
Doesn't? Okay.
Yeah.
And I can't use Big B's hand to punch the big guy while she's punching it?
You could, but like it might get good enough damage.
I'll just hold it for her. So she can punching bag it.
Okay. So you will hold it for her. She will punching bag it. Good times will be had.
I'm going to be developing, I guess, an excellent relationship with the headmaster of the academy in terms of my ability to recover dangerous magical artifacts by accident.
Especially of Phyrexian origin.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Phyrexian origin.
We just lost half of them, but yes.
Maybe we should also let them have what's left.
I would agree with that.
All right. Yeah.
I'll help you bring this stuff back to the college if you like.
I can handle it. I'm doing that tomorrow. Because it's late at night. And I want to go talk to a drunk kraken.
Agreed.
Okay. You'll take your time and you'll manage to clean everything up. You'll break the robotic creature into pieces, and put them outside, I guess, in the front lawn in a pile.
I just put them in the bag. It all goes in the bag.
All goes in the bag? Okay.
I emptied the bag out so that it has a lot of weight that it can hold.
How much?
How much can a bag of holding hold? Lightning, if you're there and you know the answer, it'd be lovely for you to tell us. Because I know you know things, Lightning.
Ah.
I should spell bag of holding correctly too when I ask these questions.
Let's see. I'm looking right now too.
500 pounds.
It weighs more than 500 pounds.
And 60 cubic feet.
Okay.
It's a large metal man. It probably weighs like a ton.
Like I said, I could accompany you tomorrow and help you bring the stuff in.
Then I will put in all of the oil.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever its main power core part of it is, probably the torso.
Yeah. Okay.
That will go in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
That seems like the most dangerous part, if I had to guess.
Okay.
Yes.
So you'll clean everything up. You'll put it in the bag, and kind of just be like, well, hopefully that's one problem down. Yep. Hopefully. So, you'll get to hang out with a giant kraken, enjoy some drinks, some wine, some, just hanging out down towards the docks, reminiscent of the good times, enjoying the last of the party, And the next day will come. And everybody will be less drunk, inebriated, and or aphrodisiac.
Probably still angry, though.
There
Very.
probably is still plenty of anger to go around. What's everybody's plan?
I'm going to be going into giant form and carrying the rest of the metal man for Kaz.
So wait, we slept?
You slept.
Okay.
You can regain your hit points. Congratulations.
Oh joy.
Well, I don't know how much sleep I got because I'm sure stuff was still going on in my room.
Yes.
So I probably just rejoined that.
Lucky you. Get to have sex.
What's your plan now? This next morning.
With Ordnance Man.
Oh, yeah, with Ordnance Man. And a few other random people. There's a few things I know you want to do. Which ones are you prioritizing? I guess taking the what?
The artifact destruction is top priority for Kazran.
Okay.
Agreed. I'll be helping with that.
It'll be a lot of looks about what the hell's going on with you escorting a giant that's probably not really at most glances recognizable, carrying large metal pieces.
I don't know what to tell you all. Weird shit happened at a party last night.
Could I, since I can create equipment with myself, could I have a sack that I could have that stuff in?
Sure.
There.
The sack is but the sack is technically made of you.
I know that, but at least it's covered, so people aren't just seeing hey, he's carrying a metal arm and leg, and a head.
And I'm going. You probably can't fit in the building, can you?
Through some of the main halls, probably are big enough to fit him, just barely. They're big vaulted things for some of the main halls. The secondary halls probably no. If a giant wanted to study here, they probably could. They just couldn't go to every class, is the thing. Because, the main hall would probably head to some of the auditoriums and stuff. For certain things. So it's not impossible, it's improbable.
Well, that's just how does Kinky get to all the classes?
Balconies.
Also, telepathic, you read the classes while they're going on kind of thing.
Class outside. Best thing in the world.
Also,
class on the ocean.
Takes a lot of classes with balcony exits.
Kaz will go once again. I guess this is now only the second time because of time shenanigans. Go to the head mistress. His name I didn't write down.
Kazran.
Hi.
I can look it up again while you're talking. What can I do for you?
So it happened again.
What happened again?
I hold up the bag. I have another horribly dangerous Phyrexian bullshit in here. And more outside.
Okay.
This one was not my fault. Neither was the last one, but I'm just reiterating. This one wasn't my fault.
Okay.
It is the remaining parts of a Phyrexian mechanical man golem thing. And a lot of oil that came out of it after a scuffle. Let's call it a scuffle.
Why was there a scuffle? Was there reasoning behind this scuffle?
It attacked.
All right.
My house.
That's a pretty good reason to have a scuffle.
Yes. There's a giant in the hall a couple bit back with a bag of its limbs and head. The torso and oils.
Did you also want me to bring the rest of the Phyrexian pieces that we had?
Yeah. There's also a lot more broken Phyrexian artifacts that we had just lying around.
Just had lying around.
If it helps, I honestly hate my house at this point.
Why don't you bring what you have? It's another bag of holding. I'm guessing you put some of the stuff in here, right?
I put the oil and the torso of the mechanical column thing in there. Yes.
Okay. Right. So what I think is, what we're going to do is I will call for someone to take care of the bag. And then, you and I will arrange for the rest of it to be taken to someplace a little bit more appropriate, along with any more pieces we can gather. And I'm going to send a couple of people to your house, and we can take a survey of everything that's there. As much as I wanted to wait, it seems as though there is causing some more issues. Where did this Hulk come from?
So there are some people that don't like me and my friends.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is from, what's the name of that desert?
Erg Mirab.
Erg Mirab. One of them is from the desert of Erg Mirab and has wings and was formerly a bandit, but is now like, I guess more directly involved with this and hates us because we had a previous bad interaction with him. One of them is an artificer like me who stole my shit, like my intellectual property, and I have issues with that. On top of that, just doesn't seem like a good individual who also has an interest in Phyrexian technology and lesser strength than me. And then the other one is, his name is Rydal, and just is a Phyrexian asshole. That's all I know about him. Probably a wizard or something.
Are you sure he's an actual Phyrexian?
I'm not sure of a lot of things. I believe him to be Phyrexian.
There's been evidence that would show him to be...
We're pretty sure he's Phyrexian, right? Out of character?
I have no idea what your characters assume.
I don't... Well, which one? Wait, the...
Rydal, the shadow fucker?
I think he's a shadow creature.
Oh, right.
Phyrexian.
I personally think he might be Phyrexian.
It can be linked to Phyrexian because Rath is linked to Phyrexia, so like it's not a stretch.
He turns into shadows sometimes.
Interesting. Look, there's a possible remnant Phyrexian agent who is still planning something. Kind of fills me with worry. I've got to be honest about that aspect there. And it would have been good to know these things about his existence ahead of time.
I didn't know how, like, important... We only saw him the one time, but now we've seen him a second time. I didn't know it was, like, a big... I've been, like, focused on my own shit. Claude is the one to talk to about anything related to the Shadow individual. Claude's been doing a lot of research and knows more than I do.
You're going to have to fill me in a lot of stuff, then, I think is what's going to be important. For now, I'll call for somebody to take this bag. We can dispose of the rest of the limbs. Then I'll call for a few individuals, and let's, I guess, go to your house, and you can show me what the hell is over there that's causing some issues. Because apparently, there's more going on here than just a old artifact, and the other problem that we are going to not discuss at the moment because people I've called from haven't arrived yet.
Okay. good to know.
All right. Bag will go down into the lower area. The limbs and the rest of the parts of the body will be dropped off somewhere. And the dean and 3 other professors will come with you back to the to your house.
Joda's not one of them, is he?
No, he's not.
Yeah.
You could ask him if he wants to come, but he won't.
No, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna
Want to
come.
come? No.
He's hot,
Some
but he's
area.
Hot. It's like, do you want to come with us? He's like, no.
There might be cool things.
Still no.
Probably dangerous.
Definitely not then. So yes, the dean, whose name also escapes me, I probably had it somewhere and I can't find it off the top of my head for random reasons. It should be like easy to find. I'm like, I am not showing up in notes or in information on Talaria. Jerks. Yes. So yeah. What are you going to be showing people, and what order, and what are you talking about it? Actually, you know what? You think about it. Let's take our break here, because I wanted to take a break a little earlier because we did start late. So if you need a drink, snack, bathroom break, go ahead and take it. We'll see if we have a second break. We'll kind of play it by ear at this point in time, since we were kind of late starting. It was just on me. A little bit. Wait, don't we go? Are we going to 11 or 11:30?
I'm fine with 11:30.
Time, you know.
We'll talk over break. We'll take our break here and we'll talk over break. Okay. See you in a minute, folks. See you in a minute, folks.
It's for a comic book.
Hi, welcome back. So, you're going to be leading people from the college to your house. What are you showing them? Where are you taking them? There's already been a couple of people that have showed up. So I'm going to say, these are different people. The 2 people that showed up went and created a magical barrier down in your 3rd basement at that door. It's assumed that probably that's the only way that guy could get out. Just from the nature of things. That door is super magically secured right now.
Hell yeah. I'm going to show the people from the college the dangerous things inside the house.
Okay.
So let me pull up the house room list.
Oh, that's a good one to pull up. The house room list.
I'm going to show them the locked rooms, just all of them.
Okay. So going through the 2nd floor stuff, you're going to show them...
Oh, that means more oil.
Yep,
big old
big
vat
oil.
of oil. The artifact room.
Which is now empty.
Yeah, it's now empty.
The evil octahedron of corruption room.
The evil octave of corruption. The blue undead creature with an animal head.
Isn't that like still active?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The jellyfish monstrosity in a tube.
Oh
You're
yeah.
gonna explain the connection between jellyfish monstrosity and evil octahedron.
A boar and a skeleton. A weird...
Real quick. We're all cool with this shit being showed to like the college, right? I'm not showing any of like more personal things, but this is shit we can't handle, and we accept that, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm busy, so we'll be fine with it.
Fine too. Is Lee just not moving, or okay?
No, Lee.
I'm a gargoyle.
I didn't know if you were frozen or just like being still.
Yeah.
I'm going to show them the weapon room off of Kaz's bedroom.
Only a few things in there are still questionable. Again, like your little device you pressed and it exploded and it was bad.
And
There's the dressing room if you really want to.
Nah, that's just a fucking dressing room.
Yeah.
There is the gate.
The gate. Yeah, well, they know about the gate.
You didn't mention its existence. The dean would probably want to see where it's at.
I will, show the gate.
That's all.
And-
She's gonna say,
Isn't
like,
that the third floor?
it's fascinating. I've seen some previous gates, ones that no longer function, and it seems to be of similar make, except the architect of this place found a way to install it into the wall here. It's like moving ancient stones or something, you know?
It's also a load-bearing wall.
Moving a pyramid, you know? Those things are massive. They're artifacts. They're, you know, ancient buildings. Not really easy to completely transfer and keep its integrity.
What else do I want to show them?
Have we opened any of the basement
boy.
stuff at this point?
You have. There is the glass coffin, the stuffed
Mhm.
monsters, the strange magic item storage, which is kind of the items that are used on all the rooms you had upstairs, and the heads and jars.
Yes, and the heads and jars. I will explain about the fucked up monsters in the other basement room, but I am not opening that door.
Oh, we're talking about, like, all the way down there. Yeah.
Yeah, in basement 3.
The strange creations that were there.
I'm not showing them the wine cellar. That's for us.
What about the conjuring circle in the basement?
Sure, yeah, that's probably important too.
Okay.
And then there's also, well, I know we're not opening the door, but there's him.
Yeah, they know about that one already.
Yeah, they're like, well, it seems as though he was definitely combining some old Talarian genetic work along with some Phyrexian technology, and I don't know what some of those things are that he has up there. He obviously found a way to draw things in from other planes. None of them seem alive. I don't know if that means that he can draw inanimate things, or if he could draw them alive. I don't know. He was obviously able to use that portal somehow. And we saw the results of these strange things. The Phyrexian...
We also,
yes?
do we also want to show them the zoo?
Oh, the zoo. We have a zoo.
I think the zoo is very nice and kind of an interesting thing. She's actually going to comment that maybe the point of the zoo is less to keep these animals, and that a lot of these are very strange and unusual animals from across Dominaria. They're examples of things with strange and unusual abilities. If one was messing around with genetics magically, maybe having samples of various things with special abilities or powers might be why this is here.
Maybe. We haven't explored the guest wings yet. We haven't broken down the doors or anything, so I don't know what's in there. I don't imagine there's going to be much. They're just guest wings.
They're just guest wings. There's nothing special about them. I'll say they're technically, in quotations, explored. There's just nothing. There's nothing of...
Yeah, I figured that we were having guests from the wedding stay there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
I don't think there was anything...
That's all that I wanted to show you.
Thank you. I think we can dispose of the vat of oil. Some of these things, I think, just need to be destroyed. I don't know. I don't know where he got these things from. That's the problem.
I don't either. The shittiest thing, and I hate this, I honest to God hate this part, is that these cells are like the best fucking containment place for some of them. And I live here.
I'll have some of our people study them and see what kind of magics he put on them. Maybe we can recreate them and transport these to another, more secure location.
Okay, don't let anyone touch the weird octahedron. That's probably one of the most fucked up ones, I think.
And be careful around the squid in the jar thing. It
Yes.
has
Yes.
mental abilities.
Yes. Don't try to talk to it.
I'll have someone that's got proper mind shielding then deal with it when we seal it away, and make sure to, I guess, enforce the room with that. The blue undead, I've never seen anything like that. I can recognize that it's undead. It appears to be something that was mummified. I haven't seen animated mummies ever. I don't know why.
It's like, do you know? I used this analogy before when talking about it. Are you familiar with the melanated man, the mummy that's like stored in honey and is mummified through honey? It's like if they didn't use honey and instead used whatever fucked up blue thing this is.
Still, it's the fact that they animated it too, and I've never seen a creature like that. Did it naturally have a jackal head, or is it something that was created by the process of turning it to undead?
It's a lot, right?
It's a lot.
And you don't even live here. I've had the worst fucking dreams for the past 3 months.
We don't know how to activate the gates, so I think that's probably not a problem right now. Even if we learned how to activate to use it properly, we don't know if he went through it, he pulled things through it, anything like that.
Breaking up. There you go.
I'm breaking
Yeah, a
up.
little bit.
We don't know what he did to use that stuff at all. There's too many mysteries about it, and I'm fairly certain his state currently, we're not going to be interviewing him. So, let's take care of the remaining of the Phyrexian oil, and I think the 2 corpses of unusual creatures, we can probably take them into study. The half organic, half metallic animal? Strange. And that metal arm on the other body.
It's interesting, but beyond that, you know.
There's just... I'll have some people take a look at it and see what it is. It definitely looks interesting and made in a design I've never seen for an artificial limb.
That's true. I was very intrigued with it. I don't think I could adapt it to my own body, which otherwise I would have. That's a confession.
Since it is in technically your house, I'll let you know who will be working on it if you want to check in on them and look into it. As far as I know right now, I'm going to classify that as relatively harmless until we learn more about it.
Okay.
The bone... I don't even know what kind of race that bones were from either. So, very unusual stuff. We're going to try to recreate the cells for the octahedron and the jellyfish monster. See if we can transfer somewhere a little bit more secure than just your house.
I am fairly certain that one of our roommates and party members, and also a fellow student, Hang, is able to move the octahedron.
Excellent. That'll help a lot. Try to figure out the jellyfish. You also showed them his laboratory is down in the basement near where he is. I'd like to seal them off for now. As much as I'd like to get people down there playing around with it, I don't know the extent of his magical abilities, and we just have the barriers in place now.
Yeah, that's fine.
I would rather not tempt him doing some kind of spells that might be able to extend beyond the walls or barriers that might have an influence. It's obviously that he can't use any kind of teleportation magic or something of the similar to escape that room. He's trapped. What that means in the long run, I don't know. I don't know if that means he could influence someone or something similar.
he didn't seem awake when we first opened it either.
That might be a saving grace. He wasn't awake, but now he is, and he has time to plan or attempt to escape.
Agreed.
Did you show him her any of the stuff on the basement 1?
On floor 1. What? There wasn't much on floor 1.
That's the items that might help with transporting stuff, the strange magic item thing. That's stuff that's related to all the cells and stuff upstairs. They could probably take that and help. Did you want to show him the head collection?
There was a head collection?
Oh yeah,
there was a room full of heads.
In jars. The preserved heads of perhaps this man's enemies.
Oh yeah!
And he had a lot of them.
Probably, right? That's fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is actually like weird magic tech or it's just like personal bullshit. But I don't like it.
This is incredibly disturbing.
Yeah! Whole fucking houses. It was incredibly cheap though.
I think you paid too much.
I'm still paying for it.
Alright. All that be taken care of. What's next on your agenda? I know there was a few things that were floating around originally, but they might have been forgotten.
I'll let other people do shit. I've been doing a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
I was sleeping in front of the witch's little cottage.
You're
thing.
right, you were. The first thing you hear is going to be, there's just going to be like this singing coming from the cottage. At first it's very low, but it kind of begins to almost fill your mind after a while. And I will tell you, it is some of the most beautiful singing you have ever heard. It is heavenly, it's angelic, it's just like the most melodic, beautiful melodies kind of emanating from the cottage.
The siren's call.
You can give me a charisma save with advantage.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Mm,
Alright,
sorry.
you're gonna kind of like feel kind of like weirdly calm after everything. Like, you'll notice that like the entire area here just is filled with like nature and beauty. The wind is kind of rustling the trees, because it's like a little like cottage and almost little like garden area in the middle of this hedge maze that's kind of overgrown. Tiny birds and rodents are kind of like scurrying about, you know. It's like night-based stuff right now, so it's like some things that are flying around at night doing their stuff, you know. No big songbirds, but you can hear some things doing little like crows. There's a little like squirrel chittering about, you know, checking little for nuts and stuff. And the moonlight just kind of gives this like eerie beauty to everything in the area.
While this is going on, I gently play the Song of Healing on my lute.
Okay.
Can I, like, peek inside the cabin?
Sure.
I slowly look inside the cabin.
You can smell. Well, I guess you really can't smell because you don't smell. There's a warmth.
Metaphorical smell.
Metaphorically, there's a warmth emanating from the building as to kind of open it. You could see that there's like smoke coming from the chimney. You know, as you can hear like this bubbling noise, and it sounds like something cooking, and a melodic kind of voice coming. As you kind of like peek into the door, you hear this kind of clinking and clanking of sound of chains. Who's there?
It's Maxwell.
Come. Come closer, dearie.
I stay a cautious distance away. Can I cast Counter Charm now or no?
You could attempt Counter Charm, sure.
All right, I want to do that. I've
Click
been waiting this entire game to do
Click
that.
on Counter Charm, please. Okay, okay, you'll sort of start strumming on your guitar or your lute just a little bit. You know, you're kind of doing like a little tune to go along with the melody.
Yeah, I transitioned from Song of Healing to that subtly.
We got off on such a bad foot, dearie.
I agree. Can you tell me more about yourself?
You've already seen so much. Clinkety clank, then the sound of chains moving as like the hand is like stirring the pot.
I'm sorry for reading your mind. That was wrong of me. I had no right to do that.
You got to see my anger.
I did. And it made me uncomfortable because I haven't experienced that for a very, very long time.
You haven't experienced torment, pain, eternal. You're an interesting one, too. Also trapped, but in a different way. Too bad you can't test a drink. This latest batch is quite delicious.
You're cutting out a bit.
This latest batch is quite delicious. I'm leaning back. I think if I go quiet, it cuts out. I tried to play with my Discord settings, and it's just been doing that, and I try to get rid of that.
It's all good.
I'll have to look at that some more. Anyway, Discord settings, yay. Oh well, there's plenty of friends. Try it out for me.
What exactly is it you're making?
Nature.
Nature?
Have you ever seen the spirits of the wild?
I've seen druids, but I don't know if I can attest to the spirits of the wild portion.
Well, everywhere there are many places that have them. Since they're here, I'm trying to find a way to connect with them.
What did these spirits do?
Hard to say. I've never met them here. She's gonna kind of like hum again, some kind of tune. You can give me another charisma save with advantage.
Okay. I feel like something bad's gonna happen. I feel like I'm actively fighting off something. Damn, I nailed that.
Yeah. It's a good roll. Dearie, dearie, dearie. For a moment, I knew what you were looking at, and I could feel you poking around. I think you saw something I'm very unhappy about you seeing. You dove too deep, flew too close to the sun.
I did. It was surreal to say the least.
Well, It's about time for morning to come. We should be ready. Give me another charisma save with advantage.
God, getting really nervous, man. Oh, thank goodness. Whew.
The entire building will begin to shake around you for a second, as if there's like an earthquake happening. She's going to turn around, and all of a sudden, like, the clothing will drop from her. Like, the cloak will kind of drop from her. And this kind of, like, beautiful woman with, like, what looks to be black butterfly wings. Like, black, gold, and blue. Will kind of stand towards you, kind of raising up, and almost like, kind of like growing to, like, this massive size. 5 times bigger than you, and they'll kind of point down at you. You have long since peered into the souls of others, Maxwell. You've attempted to rob them of their minds. For this you should be punished. I have waited for you to return here, to tear your weakling soul from its pitiful body, and to show you what true terror it is for the insolence and gravity of your sins. Repent now and face your doom. Give me one more charisma save with advantage.
Is it too late to bardic inspiration here?
Just roll me that save.
Oh, the double crit, yo!
A fist will come down towards you and seemingly smash into you, and boom! You actually wake up, sitting back to that door, lute in hand, hearing a humming from the building as the first rays of sunlight are rising.
I look at my hands. I pull down the sleeve to make sure I'm still a skeleton.
Yeah, you are.
And I touch my face.
Still bony.
What happened?
It's like it was a dream.
I look into the cottage again.
Oh, dearie. Did you enjoy your nap?
I did. What did you do to me while I was sleeping?
I did nothing. Are you ready for some of my latest creation? Your friend Carrie loves to test out my stuff. Perhaps you want to take a drink.
My what? You cut out at the noun.
Take a drink? My friend Carrie likes to take a drink?
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Why is
I
it
thought something
cutting
was cut out there.
Why is it cutting out?
I'm not the only one hearing that, right?
No, occasionally he does cut out.
Okay.
Yeah, every once in a while.
I don't want to get gaslit on stream.
Yeah, I gotta play around with my settings again. I keep trying to, and it's just, I don't know what's freaking wrong.
Oh, I'm perfectly content not drinking. I actually wanted to ask how you've been. I feel like we got off on the wrong foot.
As she'll kind of peer towards you, this, like, shriveled old woman, you know, roll me an insight check. Just as she kind of stares at you for a second. No advantage on this one, just normal insight.
Yeah, let me fix that. Jesus Christmas, man.
You just, like, look as this eye stares at you, and you can sense, like, you sense this entire wave of just malice straight towards you. Oh, dearie. I'm always fine here. She goes back to humming. Your friends might be missing you. Or your lovely, lovely wife.
I don't think my friends want to see me after what I've done. What did I don't think I got your name, did I?
No. Should not answer.
Well, mine's Maxwell if I haven't made that apparent as of yet. Are you in pain?
Every day of my existence.
Can I try to help at all?
No, dearie. Unless you want to break these chains and free me from this eternal torment I've been locked in.
May I ask where you're from?
You saw it, and you should understand from what your others have said. I come from beyond the veil of your world, driven here, tormented in a state between life and death. Any more secrets, and you'd have to pay. For there are plenty of secrets to tell. And you certainly aren't my good apprentice.
I assume... What, did Maxwell see the portal? Or no?
Yeah, you would
You
have
tried to break it with your hands.
Yeah. You were punching it.
Mm-hmm.
A
But did I
lot.
know what was behind it?
Not at all.
We've explained, I think, at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you... You're from that portal, aren't you?
Well, I do actually have her name, because I think Carrie asked.
Yeah, I did.
I don't think Max asked Carrie, though, so...
Nope, and she's not answering Max.
Yeah, that's fine.
But for those refreshing, it's... I think that's what it's supposed to be. Ovrano,
Yes.
with double O's.
Mm.
Double the O, double the pleasure.
I asked her, like,
Oreos.
you're from that... Are you from that portal? In the house?
Now you're asking too many questions, dear. Your little curiosity is getting the best of you. You have the same offer as the old ones. Any more questions and you must pay in blood. Or, let me go, and I'll answer some more. I've already promised Carrie that I wouldn't kill or harm any of her little friends or her. And
I don't...
I am honest to a fault. I'm letting you keep the same insight. She seems truthful. At that point in time, definitely.
I don't specifically ask her, but I make a statement. I said, this puts me in quite the predicament. This makes it very hard to ask whether or not going home would make you happy. Or remove your pain.
Let me put it this way. I've already lost my skin once. What will happen next time I try to travel?
I see.
I don't think you have a way of doing anything, dearie. Though you don't have any skin. You might have uses after all, dearie. I'm glad your mind wasn't destroyed. Just gonna go back to humming. Anyway.
Let me talk to my friends, and I'll
Yes.
get back to you.
I'd asked the others, but Lee, we missed you. Were you okay with going to 11:30? If so, we can have a second break here.
Yeah, I'm done.
Then we'll take our second break here, and we'll go to 11:30 then. So if you need a drink, snack, bathroom break, go ahead and do it.
Okay.
Whatever a spider on my head can. It's a spider on my head, it's a spider on my head. I'm trying to do the Spider-Man song, but it's spider on my hand. Look out, here comes a spider on my head.
So we're back to singing, huh?
Yes,
No.
it is the musical episode. You forgot.
No.
Jesus Christ.
It's the musical episode of this show.
We're not in a Buffy episode.
I cast a double fireball on myself.
You make your save.
Can I hug you while you do that?
Like,
No.
it so happens that there seems to be a piece of metal popping up between you. You can
Make
make
your own fireball.
get some. You get advantage against your own fireball roll.
I will myself to fail.
Yeah. Too bad. Make your save. Alright, so Maxwell has an interesting night's rest. Anybody doing anything else now in the meantime? There's a tour going on. Carrie, you doing anything interesting? Just hanging out with elf chicks.
Oh no, I'm going to talk to the witch.
Okay.
God damn it.
Do you run into a Maxwell leaving the house?
Probably not. Maxwell would
Probably
just
not.
go through the hedge maze because he's got to walk. And Carrie would just fly there.
I have the convenience of wings.
But she might see him.
You know what? I'll say, Maxwell, if you want to try to see if you notice her, you can give me a perception, but I'm going to give you disadvantage just because of the nature of the hedge maze, and you're probably distracted after everything that happened.
You said perception?
Yeah, with disadvantage. Nah, I'm just gonna say no.
Almost.
You don't notice Carrie. You know, she flies over. Like it's at a point where you're in the hedge maze. She doesn't even fly over you. She flied over like maybe 50 feet to your side. You weren't looking that way when you were walking that way anyway, so wasn't able to notice it. Carrie, you'll arrive at the witch's house. Is that you, my dear apprentice? Are you all right? No longer a dog?
No, no longer a dog.
That's
All right
convenient.
is relative.
Are you angry at your small skeleton friend?
Oh, extremely.
Well,
I did kind of crack his skull with my fist, so there's that.
well, as long as he's not dead. He's an interesting
Notice.
fellow. A little rude.
Yes.
Very rude.
Yes.
Well, what can I do for you, dearie? You seem much less inebriated.
Yeah. Not too terribly inebriated at this point. A little bit high, but that's par for the course. Mostly, I wanted to apologize for the way my friends reacted. Because, well, they reacted badly.
Dearie, you always see my good side. That's why you are so kind to me. But and I'm sure you may have sensed it, quite upset at many things. My imprisonment, for one thing, has filled me with much anger over the years of being trapped here, and the pain. And when someone pries on my personal business, I might get a little upset, and I'm afraid that may have made him upset. To see the seething anger beneath the surface that I'm very, very good at mostly holding in.
Yeah, we've tried to tell Maxwell to stop looking into people's minds without their permission. Hasn't worked so far.
Curiosity is not a sin, my apprentice. Not a sin at all. Curiosity is not always something to be rewarded, though. There's a time and a place for it. And learning control is something that those of us that evolve beyond our lesser mischief and trickery learn to live with. It took me a second there, Joe. It took me a second there to get you a reference in curiosity.
Yeah.
Did it kill the cat?
Yeah, that's what he said in chat, and I'm like, what? It killed the cat.
Curiosity.
Satisfaction brought it back.
Mm-hmm. None of you are necromancers. Yeah.
Curiosity is Alf. They killed the cat.
I ate
I
it.
should make a tiefling necromancer named Satisfaction.
You should.
Anyway. Speaking of curiosity, though, was I wrong, or did you mention once you thought perhaps I could walk between worlds eventually?
Yes. I did mention that you might have the same spark. The ability to. I do not have that kind of spark, and you can see the result that happened to me. If not for the magic, the forced enchantment that was given to me by my captor, I probably would have died when I came here. I'm little more than a barely live, partially dead, anyway. Unfortunately, dear. You need to either be dead or something made to travel.
Do you know of anyone who could teach me
To travel?
to travel?
Unfortunately, I don't think I do. Your type of travel is quite different than some of the other ways I've heard about. Gates, portals. Those have their own way of working. You would need an archdemon to teach you. Only they know the secrets of travel. You have the blood of one in you, meaning that you might be able to.
Yeah, well, sadly, that motherfucker is dead. So, can't ask that ungrateful bastard.
You may have sensed it before, but technically he's not.
Oh, well, that I know. He talked to me in a dream once. I didn't punch him. Probably should have.
Then you would have been punching yourself.
Yeah, well, I would have felt satisfaction for about a second.
It's the thing that creatures of power like that are very hard to permanently kill. Now, I don't know the circumstances of his death. Do you? I would learn it. That would teach you how much of him is left or gone from that body. But a small fraction of him remained within you, his blood. Now, you had a chance to awaken it already, tap into it. Think of it as a memory of a past life, an echo of a previous generation. It does exist within you, especially because it was such a powerful creature that was your grandfather.
Powerful bitch. I'm sorry, I have a lot of feelings on him.
Well, I wouldn't be so rude if you want to learn how to travel between worlds, because you might have to ask him.
God, that would be like pulling my own teeth out of my mouth, but...
It might be the way.
Well, thank you. Did you need me to bring you anything? Food, water,
No, dear.
alcohol, drugs, books.
Dearie,
Yeah, what?
have you tried the other demon you can contact?
You totally cut out there. I did not hear that.
Have you tried the other demon you can contact?
Other demon I could contact?
You have more than one demon in your ancestry.
do. I mean, my mother. She's dead. Probably.
So is your grandfather. Okay, so is Discord being dumb because that's not cutting out on the stream at all?
Oh no, that was me.
I know,
that was
but
just me not me.
so for me when I cut out, it's on Discord's end.
Oh god, you just cut out there immediately.
That's Discord because apparently it's not on stream.
Irony of it all.
Mm-hmm. Anyway. But yes, hey. There's only another demon in your ancestry you might be able to contact.
Your grandmother.
No. Her mom.
No. Her mom.
Yeah.
Well, then I have one last question for you. Do you know how I can contact them?
How did you do it before, dearie?
A lot of experimental drugs.
You took materials that allowed your mind to be opened up. Perhaps suppressed your humanity and allowed the demon to rush forward. Perhaps I could assist you. I could prepare something. It would take a little time, but a new cauldron, a new recipe. We already seen how to open up your mind to the world around you. That experiment worked quite well. When you're able to hear everything's voice, we have to do the opposite now and allow you to hear your own voice. But we could do it, dearie. It'd be dangerous. And I wouldn't be sure which one you'd talk to. But if you want to learn more, then it would be helpful.
Is there a price?
In this case, not yet. It depends on what you can find. Because if you learn some secrets, there might be a way to help me.
I mean, that is the whole goal on this. I was wondering if I could learn how to travel between worlds, I could bring you back to your home.
I don't think you can alone. But if you learn that ability, it'd be a step in the right place.
Would you need me to bring you anything to...
No, dear, I just need some time to make sure I come up with the correct formula. To test things. To see what truly would allow one to converse with themselves.
Well, if there's one thing I can give you, it's time.
Yes. I've had too much. Perhaps a few more weeks of imprisonment aren't so bad. If it means my time is almost done. Well, I don't think we had any lessons today, did we?
No, it's mostly about the apology. And questions regarding planar travel, but I'll leave you alone for now.
Alright, dearie.
Before my friends find out that I'm over here and get mad at me again and yell at me.
Now. You should tell them I'm helping you to be a better you. As much as you've always hated it, you're learning how to use your demon side for your own sake, and not let it control you. Isn't that a reasonable thing? Shouldn't your friends like to hear that you're learning that? It has great wonders and gifts it can give you without it overpowering you, like you've always worried about. The monster inside. There are plenty of much worse monsters out there, dearie. Much worse than either of us.
I don't think that's very comforting to any of them.
You'll find a way to comfort them. You're smart, resourceful. You're my apprentice. Alright, Claude, you were helping out Kaz. Is there anything else you're doing in particular?
Not really. We did all the door unlocking that I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
The other stuff was,
I think we
inward study and...
Yeah, I think we took care of your time-related stuff. I think we've pretty well taken care of everybody in the time skip-related things.
I still haven't had a date.
You still haven't had a date, but there were a couple of things that I think came up as part of the wedding that people are forgetting about that you might want to do.
You cut out like hella right there.
Sorry, I don't know why it's cutting out on Discord. It's got to be something weird with Discord right now.
You could try changing the server region.
Yeah, I haven't done that in a while. Let me try changing the server region. They've like I haven't had server region issues in a long time, so it might be just something that's happening now again. I will do central. It could just be, a lot of traffic or something. I don't know. I thought they got rid of a lot of those kinks, but guess what? They probably didn't. Not all of them. Anyway.
Sound good now.
Mm-hmm.
Again, apparently it's fine on stream, because I think my mic's being picked up directly for stream. At the same time it's being picked up for Discord. It's always been that way, though, so... Mm-hmm.
Discord.
Anyway, so as I was saying, there were two things that you had thought about doing that I think you guys, folks, have forgotten about. Well, technically there's one thing you've forgotten about, and one thing that I think was from last week that I don't know if people remember. That's fine if it's forgotten for now. I'll kind of keep it in the background, and I might bring it up at some point in time.
Is it the boat? Because I haven't forgotten the boat.
It's not the boat.
Okay.
Well, there is something boating related that you were forgetting about.
Talking to...
Crash?
Crash, yeah.
And maybe also talking to the Admiral.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were going to get drinks.
Yeah.
He might know something also about them buying it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people Kaz wants to talk to.
Okay. Well, you can go to Crash if you want to.
Yeah, we'll start with going to Crash.
You will find him in your dining room, passed out, drunk, lying on your dining room table.
This is not the first time I have found you in this position, Crash, Kaz says, nudging him awake.
Ugh! Where am I?
You're on my dining room table.
Kaz?
Ah!
Ah. Was there a wedding?
A wedding, yes. You were at the wedding, yes.
I gotta be honest. I'm really fuzzy about the last couple of days.
There was a lot of wine and a tiny bit of dwarven death ale.
I gotta be honest, it's before the wedding, too, I'm kind of fuzzy on. I don't know, it's just maybe I drank way too much and it really messed me up.
What? Who owns your boat?
I mean, I did. I'm working with some kind of new shipping company. I think they have partial ownership now or something. Some kind of deal I made with them that they're helping support the boat and stuff, but I think I do at least 50% still.
Okay, you should check that contract to be sure. Do you remember bringing the new owners of your boat to the wedding?
New owners? No?
Yes.
I gotta be honest, I barely remember there was a wedding yesterday.
Okay.
I remember I was getting really, really drunk a few days ago because we had just had a really good hall, transporting some expensive stuff. And we were on the way to the wedding, and it gets fuzzy after that. I was drinking a lot.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know how many days that was ago.
Okay. Well, I can't help you with that.
What's today's date?
Kazan will tell him. I don't know it.
Oh.
Calendars, you know?
I think that's a week ago.
Jeez, you've been blackout for a week?
Ah. It's hazy, but yeah, I think so. Oh, God.
Oh, okay.
This has been one hell of a bender. My second worst one.
I don't think it's a bender.
My second worst one.
That doesn't surprise me. I don't think it's a bender that you're on. I think that you've been magically manipulated by horrible people.
It's possible.
You should get out of your contract.
I guess I'll take a look. Ugh.
Okay. I might know someone who might be able to help with this. You'd have to be willing to sail under a new flag, but I think it's a possible way to get out of this. Let's go find the Admiral.
The Admiral might not be able to help you, but you do know someone that could in this case.
Who?
There is someone that has a lot of money that helped you with a submersible that has a shipping company.
That asshole whose name I don't remember and was a little pretentious and kind of a dick about the prank war.
Well, you had a prank war on the back of his submersible.
You didn't have to be such a dick about it. But that guy.
Like, yes.
Don't remember his name.
Irene Vance.
Irene.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go talk to Irene. He owns a shipping company.
Hmm. All right, you can
Okay.
you can easily find him. He's staying in the guest quarters. He's like, Kazarin, it was an exciting event. Thank you for inviting me. I know we didn't have a chance to catch up once we separated down on Slinvoda. I know you had your own things to do. I actually had quite an enjoyable time.
Good, I'm glad.
Me and my assistant, we managed to get some good trading connections done. I got some research done. Got some good tips from one of the dock workers there on ways that I can improve the submersible. Been working on it over the last couple of months.
I would be happy to take a look at those plans if ever you get the chance, but that's not important. I need your help with something.
I could perhaps assist.
This is Crash, Captain of the Ethereal, and a good personal friend of mine.
Okay.
He's currently in a bad contract, and we could use some help getting him out.
Well, I could take a look, and depending on the circumstance, if he's fine with joining with the Vance Trading Company, I have been considering on the business side. I usually ignore the business side a lot and leave it to the rest of the family to deal with it. But since I'm technically the head, I really should do some things, you know?
Well, maybe this is a good opportunity to branch out and try it.
A Shivan branch of the Vance Trading Company wouldn't be bad. There's some products from Shiv that are quite valuable in other places in the world, and we could work
A lot
on
of
it.
trade comes out of Shiv
It's
and
true.
goes through it. The only major port in the entire boiling sea is in Shiv.
I'd be willing to see if I could check what your contract is, and what was the original negotiation that he believes is under it?
I have no idea.
I think I'm 50-50 ownership of my ship. That's not a bad provision. I could be willing to meet that offer at very least, and perhaps throw in some choice benefits of certain goods that I can shift into Shiv, which would be very valuable. Sort of reverse trading and use you as a going in. Maybe put a nice building in the docks. We can talk about it. We'll have to get your contract and take a look at it, but I think we can work something out.
If you can, when you do the contract negotiations, because you'll likely have to meet with the other owners, have some magical protection at the ready.
You think they're dangerous?
I know they're dangerous.
Well then. I have a few old friends from back in the academy days. So I'm still technically at the academy. But I have a few old friends that have graduated and gone on to other things I can call upon. Some pretty skilled friends.
Good. Good.
Anything else then?
Not from me. You two can start working out terms all you like, though.
Which is fine and all, but Kaz, do want to let you know if I do this to help you and your friend here out. Your friend and I will have business dealings. We'll just say we have something between us just in case I can call on you for assistance. Not monetarily, I'm sure, but just for if I get into some trouble too. Maybe you can help me out. You do have technical expertise.
I do. I'm one of the best shipwrights you'll ever fucking find.
Exactly.
Good. Now, I have some other conversations that I want to have that are significantly less pleasant. So I will leave you to it.
Ooh. Sounds like it's not all rainbows and sunshines post-wedding.
Not for me.
Well, good luck to you.
Thanks.
Alright. Kaz continues on his tour of trying to fix things that are going on here.
Not necessarily. This one's going to be... This next thing Kaz wants to do is a little more selfish, but we can deal with that later if you'd like.
Well, I don't know if anybody else has anything necessarily to do. Unless anybody else have anything to do right now that they want to kind of add in there.
I can't remember what the other possibility of things that we were trying to do.
I will bring it up when it comes up. Only one of you would be able to mention it. I'm going to say... Technically.
Is it me?
Nope.
Oh, good. Oh, thank God. Oh, I thought my memory was fucking with me.
Is it
Nope.
me?
Nope.
Oh.
Is it Maxwell?
That's going to be a maybe. And I'm going to say it's
What's
maybe
going
to
on?
Carrion, too.
Well, Max still hasn't consummated his marriage.
No.
Yeah, go up, Sax.
With what?
You have the bracelets.
You don't gotta use your dick. Also, you got the bracelets. That might give you a dick.
Or you might be able to feel what she feels and then use your oral skills.
I'm not in the mood for that after having my friends hate me and punch me in the face. That's gonna have to wait. I have no sex drive.
Not that you had much to begin with.
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Kaz, what else you got?
I need to find Carrie and...
Alright. By this time, where would you go, Carrie, post-witch?
I don't know. Probably back to her room to read.
Okay. Well, they would find her there.
I'll knock on the door.
If it's Maxwell, go the fuck away.
It's not.
Give me one good reason to open my fucking door, Kazrin.
I need help, and I think you're the only one who can do it.
Need
And
to be
it's a
better
shit-
than that.
Okay. I'm about to make a really bad mistake, but I want to make sure that there's someone I trust who's there to help.
gonna open the door. Otherwise known as, I'm a very good convenience scapegoat when it comes to bad decisions because everyone immediately blames the low impulse control one.
No, I'm about to make the bad decision, and I'm going to own up to it. My decision, my consequences. That's how it works.
What the fuck is this then?
I want to ask the witch a question.
I mean, you could just have me ask her. She usually answers me.
No, this is going to be one of the blood ones.
And what's the question then?
When I was showing the college people the things in the house, they mentioned that, you know, the gate is very powerful, but they have no idea how it works. But I think the witch does.
Yeah, we were kind of talking about that a little bit previously. Oh,
So-
also, by the way, I could probably contact my grandfather or my mother and become someone who can plainly travel, by the way, just so you know.
That's interesting. That's
Yeah,
fun information.
It is fun information. Also, why the fuck are you messing with the witch? I know why I mess with the witch.
I don't have another option. There's no one else who can answer this question. Well, there's one other person who can answer this question, but he's locked in the basement and I don't want to talk to him.
Yeah, he's kind of a dick. Maybe I should go ask him some questions.
No. A, I don't think you can get through the door.
That's probably true.
And B,
Despite the fact that I am
please.
very strong, there's lots of magic there.
And also, please don't.
I was gonna try and talk with him through the door. What's the worst that can happen? He tries to charm me through the door.
Yes. And succeeds. Because he's probably incredibly powerful.
There's the point where I can't open the door.
I know, but he can cause you to do other things. And look, you're like my best friend, and I don't want to, like, you know, lose you to, like, weird magic influence and shit.
Oh, so, the whole Maxwell situation.
Yes. I'm pissed at him too.
And yet you didn't stop it.
I didn't know he was going to do the... Yes. You're right. You know what? I'm not going to... You're right. I didn't, and I should have, and I fucked up.
Yeah, let's go talk to the witch. If she asks you for more than, like, a pint of blood, we're fucking getting out of there. Just because I like her doesn't mean I trust her.
I'll be honest, it's good to hear you say that.
What, I just want to get her home doesn't mean that I'm going to release her into the world. I feel like she'd do more harm than good.
You're probably right. Honestly, if we could find a way to get her home, I would happily take it. That's
Oh.
part of the reason why I'm doing this, so we can, you know, we figure out how the gate works.
I should mention though, the whole contacting grandfather or mother to figure out planar travel requires a lot more drugs and probably a lot of danger to myself. Just so you know.
Okay, then if you decide to do this, I would like to be there so that I can help protect you and also take more notes.
The note part is important. If I
Yeah.
die, I want my death to be written in a history book.
I'll publish it in as many scientific journals as I can cheat my way into.
Fuck yeah. Alright, let's go talk to the witch again. I was just there like 5 minutes ago. You should have like come sooner.
Yeah, I was giving people the tour of the mansion. I didn't tell them about the witch, by the way.
Well, that's probably good. I have a feeling that things would go badly.
I do too, and I know that, like, despite my personal feelings on it, you have this connection with her, and I didn't want to betray your trust with that by having the college do with whatever it is they would do with it.
Probably try and kill her. Or imprison her. Further.
I don't know. I don't know, and I don't want to find out. Look, there's so much shit going on. There's so much shit going on. I have a test in 2 days. I'm in fucking school.
And then why are we going to talk to the witch about planar things?
Because, look, the sooner we get it over with, the better.
Then maybe we should have Radiant at least stand near the hedge maze just in case.
That's a good idea. I would agree with that. We shouldn't tell her what we're doing, though, because that... Nope. We need to tell her, because we need to be open and honest about this.
That's why I told you about the whole contacting my grandfather or mother to talk about planar travel by using a lot more fucking drugs.
I appreciate your honesty.
Yeah, just don't tell Maxwell. He can go fuck off. Still mad at him.
I understand.
So you're gonna go try to find Radiant?
Yep.
What do you need me for?
A
To
bad
stand outside
decision.
when we do something stupid.
What stupid thing are you doing now?
Blood transactions?
With the witch.
It's my blood.
All right.
It's not Carrie's blood, so technically, I'm outside of your jurisdiction.
You are still a good friend.
Thank you.
What do you get out of this blood transaction? Why are you doing it?
Information about the gate, and there's no one else who can answer the question that I'm willing to talk to.
All right. Look, I'm perfectly aware that we've not found out anything about that kind of thing, and I don't understand it at all either. To be all honest, the closest thing to akin that I know about from planar travel is the old connections to Sarah's realm between Dominaria and here before it collapsed.
And you can't tell me you're not curious at least a little.
A tiny bit, I will admit, is curious as to how it would work.
Hence why I want to have this conversation.
Well, what do you want me to do?
Just stand outside.
And look pretty.
All right. Are you having it completely outside the maze or just outside the hut?
That's...
I mean, she can hover above the maze.
Yeah, she got wings.
Okay. All right, you'll head to the witch's hut then.
Again.
Again.
A lot of content this episode.
Ah, dearie. Welcome back. And you brought your little friend, who's less yelly than the other.
Will I
Yeah, I'm
try?
less mad at Kazran.
What can I do for both of you? Why have you graced my humble abode?
I have come to take you up on an offer you made.
All right. Where is the blood you offer?
Kazran will take out a sickle and just hold it to his arm.
Not quite as violent, dearie.
Alright, if you have a better way of doing this.
Hold out your arm. You offer of yourself. If you are brave enough to do so.
My question, my consequences. That's how it works. Kaz will hold out his arm.
She's going to take her one hand and kind of cusp it on the bottom and take the other one. And then she's just going to like take one of her long nails and cut down like the center of your like wrist a little bit. And then just enough to start getting like this trickle of blood out. You know, not like a deep cut at first. And she's going to go. The price will be paid. Now ask your questions, so you may see the answers.
How do you make the gate work?
This is a very cheap price, because the answer is one that I can give you. Only part of it. You see, there are two things you need. The secrets for activating the gate, which I'm afraid I am not an expert on. I have never used it. But then you must also know what you are looking for. That is what I can give you. Knowledge. Vision. Do you understand?
I do. You can point me in a direction even though you can't give me the final answer.
Exactly. I can show you the correct door to open, but I can't give you the key.
I'm pretty good at picking locks.
What door do you want to open?
I just need the information that you can offer me. Whatever you can tell me about how to make the gate work, I will take.
Once you find the way to activate it, you must use what I can show you. You must look into the eternities beyond and seek it. Face the madness that is beyond comprehension, beyond reality. Peer through the veil. Seek back. Think of it as a dial being turned from the one side to the other, seeking that perfect balance, a twisted wrench, a gear spinning into place. You understand these metaphors, don't you?
I do.
But you must know what you're looking for. A vision, a thought pattern. Something more than just a memory. I can give you a sight of these places. Sight of what you want. Sight of where you seek. Once you see it, you can find it. Then, it is up to you to figure out how to lock your gate into it.
Cass will kind of look to Carrie for a moment for just a bit of moral support. Great, thanks.
You're welcome.
For Kaz will say, show me then.
What realm do you want to see? A new one? What kind of secrets are you looking for? Perhaps the place where flesh and machine meet. The man, the art. The things that he has brought forth from the places I have shown him. But there are many more places. Realms where spirits rule. A place where every piece of land is covered in city. A realm of strange floating hedrons, octahedrons, where Kor once ruled. So many secrets are out there. I can tempt you with what I know, the places I've seen. A realm where massive creatures fight tiny little humans. Places of tales. A realm where the gods walk among the men. There are so many realms out there. What tempts you? What do you look for? What kind of world?
I look for invention.
Invention is what you'll see. You're going to flash to a small bit of woods, kind of like looking down at the ground. You're going to be in a haze. You'll kind of take a step up and turn. And you'll see a sight you would have never imagined. A massive metropolis where there are ships flying in the air. Strange carriages that move on their own, on wheels. Massive things of metal which move around the city. Thousands of types of creatures made of metal, of all shapes and sizes, and people that seem to be working on them. A strange glowing energy in the sky above, constantly. This is a place of artifice and invention. A place of genius. Collapse, Kaz is gonna collapse. He's alive. He has severe blood loss.
Oh, my ding-dang blood.
Mm-hmm.
It was Kaladesh, wasn't it?
It was Kaladesh.
Yeah, it was Kaladesh.
Mm-hmm.
Need to work on replacing that.
Mm-hmm.
Literally.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the wizard was much better. He just offered complete other people. I mean, he was awful and evil.
My decision, my consequences. That's how Kaz works.
Look, you could have sacrificed a person for it. Totally, like, had them drain all their blood and get all the information you need. Anyway,
If I wanted, like, all the information, then sure, but Kaz wouldn't do that.
well, I will tell you, you have learned the, at least, visualization attunement to Kaladesh. Meaning,
Okay.
you have one third of what is needed to activate the gate. This is the most important one, because the one that you can't get alone with just the gate. Now you need to figure out how to activate the gate, and then to stabilize the gate. Then the problem after that is, living things, you have been warned, don't pass between the barriers between realms very easily right now, without special protection that you do not know how to create.
No.
Carrie
No.
is not a planeswalker. If she learns to travel between the blind eternities, she travels through the abyss. She basically travels through the hell in between dimensions. Rather than the place that the planeswalkers go, which is like from point A to point B, she has to go point A to point B to point C to travel between planes.
And Kaz
I'm
can't
okay
do
with
that, huh?
No,
Just,
because
probably
Carrie
not.
has the blood of a greater demon who can do that.
I would like to point out what the bond on Kazran's character sheet is from Session 1.
Uh-huh.
I will craft a boat capable of sailing through the most dangerous of storms.
You're gonna... Oh my god. That is actually something you might be able to do, because I have to tell you, the Predator's engine is probably based on one that, back in the day, may have had some abilities. And you will be seeing the Weatherlight, which once had planar engines.
Yeah.
A planar
So it
boat.
turns out Kazran's dream is to become an astronaut.
Mm-hmm.
a planestronaut.
Planestronaut.
You're... Oh my god. It's Spelljammer.
I'm doing Spelljammer
You have to learn how to do it between the crystal spheres.
I'm doing Spelljammer.
You gotta learn how to make the bubble that goes around the ship to go between the crystal spheres.
I'm going to steal a Mind Flayer ship.
I just realized you guys are trying to totally pull a Spelljammer here. Oh, crap.
Kazran's unconscious, so nothing is happening now.
Oh yeah, no, he's got severe blood loss. I mean, he's alive, but like he probably should get him some help, like, soon.
Get him some orange juice and cookies.
Just like pick him up, throw him over my shoulder.
She'll be like,
Radiant.
the deal is done. He lives, but be careful. He's lost a lot of blood. He wanted something strong. And had many questions.
Yeah. That's why I'm here, to make sure that, you know, he can get help. I'm an angel that I'm gonna go yell at. Hey, Radiant! Kaz has massive blood loss.
Again?
Yeah, this time because of the deal, rather than fighting a weird mechanical thing that has oil blood.
Oh yeah,
Gotta love
that
me.
also had severe blood loss. I was talking... Never mind.
Wait, what was the other severe blood loss?
Never mind.
Wait, what was the other
Radiant.
severe blood loss? I don't remember it.
It's a mysterious severe blood loss that maybe Carrie doesn't know about that Radiant helped you out with in some of your research.
Some of my research. I don't remember this.
It wouldn't be something remembered. It's something that I'm just saying probably happened.
Oh.
Yeah.
So Kaz has done things that he doesn't remember doing.
Like, it's more like you accidentally, like, you know, like you get that wooziness of like, I seem to have mostly cut off my hand accidentally. Yeah.
Oh, so it's bad engineering decisions.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were saying, like, I've accidentally been, like, continually possessed or something.
Oh, no. Bad engineering decisions which may have caused horrible accidents, which Radiant has helped you correct.
Yeah, sure, that's fine and understandable. It probably has happened at least 5 or 6 times.
Yeah, no, that's why she was like, it's happening again. She was assuming it was the same old. Like, severe blood loss. That sounds like normal with me trying to say... Oh, different. Anyway, let's leave it here. We definitely went a good amount of time. We went right where we wanted to be. We're a little later than I was thinking, but I wanted to finish up that scene. But Kaz had some information that he could maybe use. Meow.
Damien is here.
Damien has showed up.
Damien's a planeswalker.
She's here. Yep.
Damien is a
Yes.
All
planeswalker.
cats are planeswalkers.
Yes. So Carrie has a way to cheat her way through planes, but it's also not the most pleasant way to go through planes because it's the place that demons go to travel through planes.
And
I'm gonna make a
might
fucking cruise liner for planes.
And Max might be able to because he doesn't have flesh at the moment.
Well, that's using a portal because he's
Yes.
undead, so he can toss him through it, and it would work.
No, he's not going to willingly walk through it. We're just going to toss him through the portal, apparently.
I'll do it.
I mean,
there's nothing stopping you aside from
Opening the portal first.
Yeah, that's
I
pretty
will
much it.
definitely say from what the witch said and what you say, you think. I'm going to give you definitely that there probably is some techniques and maybe some kind of item you're missing.
Yeah, that's what I'm anticipating.
Yeah.
I would be
Probably
very
don't-
heartbroken if Max was like thrown through that portal after everything we've been through.
No.
I wouldn't let her do that.
I mean, I gotta be honest here. There's a witch already planning on using you for things because she knows that you can go through the planar void.
If she did,
Yeah, but if the that's fine if the witch does it, but like if the party like does
I
that,
gotta
then it's
be
just like, man,
honest.
that's kind of not cool.
Kaz wouldn't do that. Again, Kaz's whole thing is my decision, my consequences.
There you go, kitty. Bye.
If
I
anyone's
wouldn't
getting
let
drunk-
anyone do that to you.
Let's do our roundabouts and
Love's a good
shoutouts
friend.
then. Hey, Mads. Any shoutouts?
I'm here. Also, I'm gonna show off my dog who had surgery and currently is wearing a cone.
Puppy.
Yes, puppy. Also, Tantus, Joe, and I are all on a Star Trek Adventures game on Tuesdays on Unfunny One's channel. At some time, I always forget what time.
8:15, technically.
Ish.
Yeah.
8:15,
Where I
8:30.
play someone with a lot more impulse control, but just about as much emotional damage. Well, not really damage, just emotions in general.
All the emotions belong to you.
All the emotions belong to me. Also, I'm very punchy in that game as well, only less murderous.
Because it's Star Trek.
Because Star Trek, we don't kill people, I just get in bar fights.
Mhm.
Which I'm hoping will happen eventually. I want to get in a bar fight.
It's very important. Sometimes you just gotta get in a bar fight.
Yes.
And get some tribbles.
And get some tribbles.
Get some dribbles.
Fish.
Hi everybody, I'm Fish Harlan. This week you can find me learning how to communicate with Godzilla so I can get spoilers for the next steps in the movies. Already saw Godzilla vs. Kong, it was fucking rad.
Yes!
I gotta know what that lizard's up to now.
Yes! I was saying, I saw giant monkey fight giant lizard, and it was good.
Yeah, what more do you want?
I know. Some good times. Recommend it. Lee.
Hey guys, I'm just Lee Belmont, your noble vampire hunter who also wears a Kirby hat. I do a lot of speedruns, currently trying to get a sub 420 in Paper Mario Glitchless. So yeah, blaze it.
Joe.
Hey, I'm Joe. You'll find me here on Tensis' channel on Thursdays and on Unfunny Ones on Tuesdays for Star Trek.
Myself, Dracovin Empire. Currently, if you're looking for RPGs, the schedule is Mondays at around 2 o'clock, Records of Evil, Lawful Evil D&D Gay Set, and Modern Day Faerun. Tuesdays at 2 o'clock, all EST. may I note, for Legacies of Kain and Vampire the Masquerade game. This show, every week at 8 p.m. EST, or 8:30, I should say, p.m. EST. I'm getting better at remembering that. For Magic the Gathering meets D&D. And of course, there's also Saturdays for discussing tabletop, where since Joe's been on hiatus, I've been having some guest hosts. That's been very fun. Been doing good with that. Having an enjoyable time. And I think just some gaming streams, which I've been trying to perfection. Stardew Valley, where I've just been doing a couch hangout for RPG players in the meantime while doing that. So it's kind of what I've been doing. So anyway, thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the show. We didn't quite get to everything I thought we would today, but we got some interesting things actually happening. So they've been pretty good. So anyway, we're going to pop off. I hope you had a wonderful time in our semi-musical episode. There you go. Farewell. Also, do